Hello and welcome to my video, Copy Editing Tips for Beginners, or 10 Tips for Self-Editing Your Writing. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to remove errors from your writing so that you don't receive bad reviews and lose revenue when you publish your book. Let's begin by looking at what is copy editing. This is your first tip. Copy editing involves the removal of spelling, grammar, punctuation, usage, and style errors from your text. In other words, it's an attempt to turn your text into proper English. It has to do with implementing the rules of English on your writing. So it's very specific to that. Now let's take a look at copy editing versus content editing, which is another form of editing you may have heard about. Well, first, copy editing, as we already said, has to do with spelling, grammar, punctuation, usage, and style errors in your writing. Whereas content editing has to do with your plot, your character development, your scene locations, and the pacing of your story, and other things having to do with how you constructed your story. Now, copy editing is required and essential. You need to get the errors out of your text. While content editing is nice. It's nice to get a good plot and so on, but it isn't as essential as copy editing. You can get content editing from writers' groups and so on, whereas copy editing usually comes from a copy editor. Next, I want to look at the cost of not copy editing. And the cost is bad reviews and lost revenue. If people read your book and they find lots of English errors in it, then they're going to give you bad reviews and you're going to lose revenue as a result of it. Now, I want to tell you a story. We released Moving Violation, my wife's first self-published cozy mystery book, and it received bad reviews because we didn't copy edit it, and it had tons of errors. Eventually, we hired an inexpensive copy editor and had her for a while, but it still cost, $100, $200 per book to get them copy edited. And you can see this book hasn't quite recovered. It's at a 3.9 star rating. It hasn't recovered from those early bad ratings. Still, this book went on and managed to make the most money of any of our books at over $55,000 in 14 years. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the cost of professional copy editing. So you decide you're going to copy edit. Well, the logical thing is to hire a professional copy editor. Well, professional copy editing could cost $500 and more, depending on the length of your book. That's a lot of money to have to recoup just to cover your copy editing expenses. Now, as a result, what I recommend is do-it-yourself copy editing, which is what my wife and I do now to avoid the cost of professional copy editing. Now, professional copy editing is the gold standard. If you can afford it, hey, go for it. And hopefully you'll recoup the cost. But if not, I recommend you do it yourself. And the rest of the tips have to do with how. The first tip on how to do it yourself is spiral versus waterfall editing. How are you going to edit? There are two basic ways to edit your work. One is to go between writing and editing, and I'm going to write and I'm going to edit, then I'm going to write and I'm going to edit. This is spiral editing, whereas waterfall editing is more disciplined and organized. You do your outline, and then you write, and then you go edit. And you spend a lot of time in each of these phases until they're completed. Now, you might make a second pass at outlining, writing, and editing. This is known as a revision or a new version of your book, but you go through them in a very structured process and separate them. Now, most people recommend waterfall editing because it allows you to write and to write as fast as possible without going back and forth between editing and writing. Going back and forth between editing and writing could chop up your writing and it can break your concentration and make you write slower. What I like to use is a combination of the two, where I write intensely and I stick with it until I just kind of burn out, and then I edit for a while. Or maybe in the morning to get warmed up, I'll edit for a while before I start writing. So I use kind of a combination of spiral and waterfall editing. You choose yours. The next thing I want to talk about is reading backward. One of the problems with copy editing is you're just looking for English writing errors. So you're not looking for the plot and the people and the places. You're not doing content editing. So what you want to do is you want to read your text in such a way that you don't get drawn into the plot. And reading chunks of paragraphs backward is one way to do that. It keeps you from getting pulled into the plot and being pulled away from copy editing. The other thing you should do is read your text out loud. Something about putting the text into vocals and hearing them makes it easier to find errors. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is actually can cover a lot of this, and that's using automated software. I like Grammarly. Another option is a tool called Pro Writing Aid. I prefer Grammarly. And what Grammarly does is it runs everywhere on my computer. So in my browser, in PowerPoint, in Excel, in Word, it runs in every application, and it searches for errors. Now, the errors you can see here in the little Grammarly pane on the right are correctness in red, clarity in blue, engagement in green, and delivery in purple. And the text on the left is highlighted with an underscore depending on what kind of an error it is. Now, for each error, you can look at it, and here we have an error where it wants to use a different version to improve my text. It's rearranging a couple words in a sentence. To use Grammarly to copy edit your manuscript, make sure that you go through and resolve all these errors. In the very lower right-hand corner, you can see that Grammarly has found 215 errors in this document that I need to resolve. I either apply Grammarly's recommendations, or I say ignore, or I write my own modification. The final thing that I recommend you do is draft friends, family, and peers to read your work. Now, they're going to want to content edit, and that's okay. Let them give you comments on how your story is and how much they liked it. But let them know that you're really looking for copy editing things. Words that are wrong, using the wrong word in a place, missing punctuation, such things as that. So have friends, family, and peers help you to copy edit your document. And that's it, my 10 tips for copy editing your work for beginners. I'll see you in the next video.